What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Seton Hill Studios. We are back in the third part of the trilogy, Ren Money Game Part 3. The stage is set. The first two have blown my mind. I'm anxious to see how he's going to wrap this up. Guys, if you want to support the channel, become a channel member right here on YouTube. That doesn't work for you, head on over to Patreon and become a member, or slide on over to Buy Me a Coffee for a one-time donation. Each of these get you exclusive perks and priority video requests. All right, man. Ren is a master storyteller. I'm amped up, so without further ado, let's get into it. All right, YouTube family, it's been quite the journey so far. We've checked out Part 1 and Part 2. We are on Ren Money Game Part 3, official music video. Let's roll, man. It's gonna be wild. Some keys. Like there's arpeggios. Got the hood on. Go. Samuel and Ram video. This is wild. Replaced him at the keys. I'm telling y'all, man, this style video reminds me, like I said in Money Game Part 1, of like the high Ren. It's almost like watching a thriller. Great cinematography. You don't know quite what's going on. In Part 1, the last thing we know, he's dousing himself with gasoline. And then in Part 2, it was more like the thematic approach to telling what a money game is, talking about power and control. And now we're here, and I'm not sure what even going on. So we back at it, man. Ren is a genius, great storyteller. This is the type of stuff I love. I mean, from a musicality standpoint, it's amazing. Even those arpeggios he was doing at the piano, but the storytelling and trying to figure out, it's like watching a thriller. It's unbelievable. Let's keep rolling. No telling what's in store. Great voice, obviously.
Tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire.
This is very, very interesting. So I'm going to share something with you all. My day job is a behavior analyst that deals with operant behavior and learning history. And I'm not going to go into depth about it, but it's so interesting. You know, this is talk about social conditioning and learned behavior. How the kid Jimmy has been told various things, and it's a learning history that his parents have taught him, that his dad said, talking about money, and you know that's the route to happiness, and this is what you have to have. So Ren's breaking down this from a psychological approach. That's very, very interesting. Yeah, and I don't think I've mentioned that on the channel before, but yeah, it's just a little tidbit of information. So I love how he digs into the psychology and the mindset, and it runs much deeper in his storytelling. And he's talking about, you know, social conditioning, like I said, operant behavior and learning history. Very, very interesting. So good. All right, let's keep rolling.
To nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns that truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here, son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Man, what a genius. He has basically told a story of a young child, and basically given you like up to 33 years of age. I believe that's what he said, and set the stage of how this man became who he is today. Like we talked about, through operant behavior, through a learning history of reinforcement or punishment or whatever that may be, based on his societal conditions, and you know, it's very in interactions with his father. It's very, very interesting, man. Ren is just a genius storyteller, and that's what just hooks me in, honestly. I mean, the music's phenomenal, but this style is a different approach, and it just hooks you in. So good.
In warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket. 35, he gets a call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
Is this going back to Money Game Part 1 when that dude was in the wheelchair? Is it all connected? I don't know, man. Let's keep rolling. So good. This is wild.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Cut the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed.
Shoo.
Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution?
I'm going to stop it for a second, man. I got goosebumps. I love this type of art from Ren. Kind of high Ren, Jenny and Screech, like this stuff. It is just so phenomenal the way he breaks character, you know, looks at the screen and provides like so much value and truth and honesty and authenticity. It's just so good. And I don't know another artist that does it, to be honest. All right, let's keep rolling.
Is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed.
Shoo. That's
Money's
wild.
an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains.
Shoo.
But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me,
Wow.
then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface and consume till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise. 45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Shoo-wee. Amazing. This whole trilogy, this whole adventure, this whole journey, absolutely amazing. The way Ren interweaves characters and stories and plots and politics and, theology and psychology and, like I said, operant behavior, reinforcement, punishment, learning history, social conditions. It's just phenomenal. Man, I'm going to have to watch this back again. I'm sure I missed some stuff. Y'all shoot in the comments. Y'all usually flood the comments with info, and I appreciate it. Y'all let me know what I missed. I hope you enjoyed that. Absolutely amazing. Well, if you stuck around, thank you so much for joining me. What an absolute masterpiece, from the videography to the music to the storytelling to the trilogy in itself, part 1, 2, and 3, seamlessly weaving together. Just amazing. Ren, amazing, dude. Love it, love it, love it. So good. All right, guys, if you haven't, please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so when we release more content, you all get it. Thanks for the love, the feedback. I hope you enjoy this. If you want to see more series like this released all at once, shoot down the comments. Let me know. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.